Wait, have you like actually ever seen it? I wonder. Yo, Noah, welcome in. Welcome. I kind of whiffed how to get here. Little bits. I see. Just woke up. Got you. Yeah, I kind of whiffed how to get here by literally forgetting to load the stasis chamber with a pearl. Like, that was the only thing that I forgot. Everything else was perfect. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Well, won't do that mistake again. I was like too focused on the spectral arrows to pick them up again, and then I just forgot to throw the second pearl. And then I just freaking throw the second pearl out once I TP into the nether, and I'm like not thinking why I had an excessive pearl. So stupid. Anyways, currently running the tracker here is slightly laggy. This is something I'll fix today as well, to make sure certain print statements only happen when the setting for it is set. We'll get to it, but I quickly want to show off where we are. So let me open up the tracker through here, through the release. Look at this. So I guess it's still configured to my craft mine. So like, again, this supports any version you can imagine. Currently 104 versions in here. I already added 121.9. We're going back to 116.1. You just need to configure the freaking path. You can also do auto path. Yeah, we just configure. If the path leads to nothing, so if I were to put the wrong game path, and I apply. Oh wait, 117.1 actually. Yeah, no. See, it automatically reverts to the default path as the path I just entered doesn't exist. Potato version speedrun. I've actually done that. I've actually pretty much finished all advancements on the potato version. I did end up cheating a little bit. It's fine. You'll see that as part of a cheat inventory challenge episode. But unfortunately on the potato version, not every what's it called? Not every advancement is completable in single player, simply because there's actually one advancement that requires you to be in multiplayer. So that's never completable. Alright, you can see I switched to a proper path. Always hit apply. This all works. And currently, yeah, I already have a pretty much fully set up template for 116 all advancements. And you can see, since this tracker supports an infinite amount. Wait, Yumeko, you changed your name. Yumekotism. That's insane. Welcome in. Since the I've changed Monsters Hunted to show that the tracker counts an advancement as completed if you actually complete everything that you have in the tracker, right? So yeah, you can lock the layout here, and it will lock the zooming. If you unlock it, it will adjust to the zooming, and you can kind of have everything arranged how you like, and then you can zoom in and out. Right? And one of the most recent changes I've made is that in the settings, you can now configure the hotkeys for the counters. So this one is just a toggle, but these are actual counters that you can configure through exactly the hotkeys that are in here. So like O and L to increase and decrease. It says more info here. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And these counters get completed. And one big thing that I worked on yesterday that was literally a day of work. This tracker does support rendering .gif files. It does support rendering GIF files. And this was so much pain because I actually, after like 20 hours of working on this, I realized that there's like two types of .gif files or .gif files, whatever you want to pronounce it. One type is unoptimized, which is what I need here, where every frame of the GIF file is fully in the file, and the optimized version only has the pixel changes per frame. And oh my god, I was trying to fix that. Like, it was like weird positioning and weirdly zoomed in, and like it just didn't work until I realized that some of the .gif files from the Minecraft wiki are not unoptimized, but optimized, which kind of makes sense because the optimized is slightly smaller file size. But it needs to be fully optimized because it dissects it into every individual frame. I think it runs at 10 frames per second as default, which is fine for this. And, or like the regular speed pretty much, as you'd see in the game as well. And, yeah. So it has to be unoptimized. I'll include more info on how... This only matters. This info only matters if you intend on importing your own icon files. Like, it doesn't matter what the resolutions are of the .png or .gif files. It supports those two file types. And it doesn't matter what the resolutions are. It will scale them down properly and apply nearest scaling, which basically means when you zoom in, it always takes the pixel values or adapts to the color values of the nearest pixels. So it never becomes blurry, right? The text might appear slightly blurry, but that has to do with the rendering engine that does this entire thing. That's nothing I can change. On the overlay window, everything will be perfectly sharp because the overlay window will be rendering differently. And so that's the next thing I want to tackle. You can click enable overlay window. It allows to change the backgrounds, which Yumeko has asked. So everything that the tracker will have in terms of themes, I'll make it editable. Like it's quite easy to change these advancement backgrounds, but currently I don't have any others. But I'll make that a thing. I'll note that down actually. Let me open up my main document for this. Yeah, the tracker's always on top. Unless you uncheck it, then the tracker window will, well, be hidden behind other windows. Let me quickly note this down. But it's gonna be something I'm gonna tackle way later. Make it easy to choose advancement background textures. But one thing you need to know is that there's 3 textures. There's the incomplete one, which is just the blue one. Then there's this half-done one, which you can see if there's like 1 out of 3. When something is like partially done, it's this half-done texture, right? And if, yeah, see, like only the forest biome is done, so it's like half done. And if it's fully done, it's this texture. So you need 3 textures. You need 3 textures for this to work. Okay? Must be 3 textures. Okay. So basically, this is my to-do list right now. This is nearly done. I'll need to change something in a second here. Obviously, the tracker perfectly adapts to a higher resolution, to higher displays. And since you can zoom in and out, the text size, you can adjust that perfectly fine. Oh my god, yeah, I was also thinking about actually getting a 244 hertz monitor, 240 hertz monitor. Like, that would actually kind of be sick. But like 144 isn't bad either, so it's like fine. Shouldn't complain. Yeah, talking about themes, because Yumeko asked about it. You can see it right here. You can configure the tracker background color. So sorry for doing this, but we'll make it bright. You have even transparency options. Like you can configure everything. Let's make it like a blue. Let's remove some red. You can like click and drag. You can even double click into it. Like this is insane, right? You can fully configure the tracker background. Then you can configure the overlay background color. We'll just make it darker, like more green. And the text color, we'll make it fully black. And apply the settings. It will adjust wherever it can. Right? The checkboxes, they render with the text color. And yeah. You can see this has this weird color that we selected right here. Obviously, the text... So, today I want to mainly tackle rendering on the overlay finally. And that's going to be the next big thing. But that shouldn't be a lot of work. Because on the overlay itself, you don't have any user inputs. It's all going to be hard-coded there. And yeah, that's all there. One thing I want to change is that this text this text on the overlay should have its own control. So you have text for yourself and text for the stream be in different colors. Because you will chroma key the background out here, obviously, right? And you can just copy the hex value for that. Right, so I want the overlay text to be individually configurable as well. Yeah, obviously, just to show things off, I'm quickly going to switch over to CraftMine. I already have set up a template for that. To get you up to speed, the template file looks like the following. Let's first open the 1.16. So you can still manually change this, but I will make a template creator. Not in the beta release. The beta release is not going to have that. For the beta release, you'll have to manually build this template file. But basically, you tell the tracker what it should do, and it can track anything you want. And because it has the Minecraft prefix, it can track modded, it can track Blazing Caves, it can track anything in any version from 1.0 up to 1.21.9, including all the April Fool's snapshots. It's insane. And yes, I will be working on a template for Blazing Caves. So you can have a tracker for Blazing Caves. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. That's all possible. There's quite some intricate logic. Yeah, Blazing Cave speedruns exist, and they even exist on half a heart. People have completed the entire Blazing Caves advancement pack in 100 hours on half a heart. On hardcore, so HHH. What? And there's casually an advancement with 50 wardens, and it's insane. It's insane. It's pretty crazy how good people have gotten. Yeah, but there's full speedruns. And the single player world record is 84 hours. 83, 84 hours. Which is pretty impressive. Now, yeah, Syntax, yeah. Yep. I can't even believe that. That came out of the absolute nowhere. That absolutely came out of nowhere. So one important thing I quickly wanted to show off is how do the legacy versions work. So obviously if I play the settings, you can reset the layout, which gets you back to where all the advancements are, because you can zoom in and go really far. If you reset the layout, it's going to get you back. That's obviously important. Yeah, I've just set up some very basic stuff. Also, of course, because recipes count towards advancements, recipes are also in the advancement file, you can also track whether you've obtained certain recipes, right? Which is very useful for knowing whether you've picked up a trim or not, right? Because there's no other way of knowing if you have a trim. Very, very easy. These things actually track the... Oh, wait, this doesn't work anymore, because apply... Yeah. It's so stupid. Minecraft does not... So the statistics don't track which trim you have applied. The only thing that gets tracked is if you've used the smithing table, but also not the way you would think. Using a smithing table in the stats is only right-clicking the interface of the smithing table. So there's literally no way of tracking whether you've applied a trim or not. Unless it's a trim that is part of the smithing with style advancement, then you can specifically check for parts of that advancement. But, oh my god, this game is so stupid. But yeah, there's also multi-stage goals, which obviously, they progressively, if you complete one stage, it goes to the next, it goes to the next, it goes to the next. Multi-stage goals only have one icon for everything. Yeah, you can obviously check these off. It's manual override. So either you complete it through the stats, through actually the game, or you can check them off manually. So wherever you see a checkbox, you can check it off manually. The thing is that the thought process is, dirt collection, for example, this is an infinite dirt counter. It just allows you to read the dirt collected statistic. But in order to always have the progress reach 100%, you can check this off once you're done, and then the counter won't won't increase anymore. Seems like sort of should make a feature post. That's actually something I should do. Yes, I should very much do that. Where did I note that down? Right here. I'll see if I come around to do that. But it'd be really nice. Because it's so stupid. Track. Or like statistics. Should show used on the armor trims. Because like the armor trims don't appear at all. Only when you craft them. Like it will show the times crafted on the armor trims. But you never have a times used on the armor trims, which is the most stupid thing ever, and I don't understand. The smithing table doesn't even track properly. You just have no way of knowing how many times you've applied a certain trim. Period. You only know if you've applied a trim once, if it belongs to the smithing with style advancement, or in Blazing Caves you have an advancement that like requires you to apply every trim. Then you track that advancement, but you will still not know how many times. Like, bleh. No, it won't have for past version. No. And the thing is, it doesn't matter for the main functionality of the tracker, because like you tell the tracker what to look for, and if the trims thing eventually is a thing, you tell the tracker to look for that. So this is a crazy thing, and now I quickly want to show, since versions like 1.0, I'll show it off with 1.6.4. I didn't know this initially at the time of making or studying the tracker. In earlier versions, the stats are global, meaning, so these are pretty much all the move completed goals now. So these are 27 achievements as of version 1.6.4, and basically the main way that, so we're going to turn this off. There we go. The main way the game documents statistics in legacy versions. Yeah, catch you later, Noah. So I'll quickly show this. Let's turn off the always on top so the tracker just goes behind stuff. I'll quickly open up this instance first and show you guys the folder. So basically this is the 1.6.4 instance, and you can see the stats file. This is, by the way, how it looks. A lot of explanation. I've literally studied these IDs. I've learned everything about them, and when you guys use the tracker, you guys will have the right resources to know which IDs mean what. Because this is achievements and statistics, everything combined. Anyways, the point is, these stats are outside of any world file. Like, you can see the saves are here, but the stats are here. So, if... actually, we'll quit here. If the... tracker, if this is unchecked, it basically means the tracker will read from the global world file, and it will tell you. So the tracker basically converts the global world file into a local world file by checking when the world has changed, then creating a snapshot of the statistics, and then always calculating the difference to the newly created world. So you can see everything here displayed as old was created in an old world, and when I now go in and actually make a new world, create a new world, boom. Love how it adds the dashes. Oh, my tracker still crashes. I'll need to debug that. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, we'll work on that. Oh, it crashed because of the file reading. I'm pretty sure I know why it crashed, because like it crashed exactly when I opened up the game. Yeah, reduce the lag. Fix daemon file reading crash. I pretty much know what the issue is. Now, the point is, I'm gonna open up the tracker again, because I've been changing some things. It obviously remembers window position, background configuration. It remembers everything. So you never need to worry about that. And you can always reset the window positions. Now the point is, you can see these are all old. And if I were to, what's like the next easy thing I can do? So obviously I can mine sand, which is gonna get this counter up. This is an infinite sand counter. You can just track your sand picked up statistic or mine statistic. I think it's actually mined. Yeah. But that depends on what you put in the template. Point is, oh yeah, no, I'll make the wood sword. So you guys can see time to strike is currently not completed. All the achievements that are displayed as old are obviously the ones I've completed here, but they're completed in a different world because these are global stats, right? So I'm quickly gonna get some wood. Right? We're gonna make, okay, these hotkeys are different. I'm gonna quickly make a sword. That will give us a new achievement. Boom. And now this displays as new, right? Displays as new, which is very important, right? Now you know the new is what you complete in this world. Something SMC brought up, an absolute goat for that. He mentioned, hey, there is actually a mod, because I was like, how do people actually speedrun all achievements on this version? And yes, there is a stats per world mod. It immediately crashes. Okay, there's definitely something I need to fix. Point is, we're gonna open this up again. Oh, brother, what is going on? Not the best time, I guess, to show this. Basically, though, there is this mod called Stats per World, and it does exactly what you think it does, right? It actually puts the stats file, so this is completely empty. It puts the stats file per world. And, oh, obviously, yeah, this is not what I want to open. This is now per world. And now it doesn't need to apply the snapshotting system, right? So when we change, oh wait, I need the file path for that now. The instance has a bit of a weird name because it's a legacy fabric that this uses. You still always put the saves path, even if it's global stats. We just paste it in here. Then we use stats per world and apply. And now you can see, you see fabric. Why does it still display the new? That's something I want to tackle still. That's something I'm going to note down. 7, so a lot of things to do still. Fix new / old not displaying when stats per world is used. Okay, so this is how it goes. I always note down stuff and then I start fixing it again. That's how it works. But basically you can see it now only tracks from this specific world, which is very nice. Obviously, these versions won't really be played that much, but for me it was very important that this is all in place. You can see time to strike, or rather I should say, if you go achievements, it's really only those 3. Okay, there's some serious issue going on. We'll be able to debug this, so no issues. Okay, I'm gonna start working on some features. The very first thing I needed to change is if you switch the templates, and it has like different custom counters with hotkeys, you'd have to hit apply twice for the hotkeys to work. So what we're gonna do is force a second reload of the settings file, or force the settings save file function. Sorry, force the settings save function to run one more time to fully save the settings into the file, but you only have to click apply once. That's a change we're quickly gonna make. Then we'll fix the crashes and do some stuff. So yeah, I hope that was a small little explanation. Tracker can literally do anything you want. And I haven't even talked about like the multi-stage functionalities. I haven't even talked about the custom counters. I haven't even talked about the stat categories. I haven't even talked about The unlocks, it supports craft mine unlocks as well. Yeah, advanced link. Thank you so much. Wait, can we add that word to the dictionary? That would be kind of hype. Thank you so much. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope I've sparked some interest in this tracker. It's gonna be insane. Totally didn't take 2 months so far, but it's insane. It's insane. So where are we going? We're going into main because that's where the main file reading happens. Yeah, we'll figure out what the crashes were about. It's really weird. Yeah, I'll set atomic int. Where's that happening? It has to be in the while running. It has to be here. This is wrapped. And we force. Wait, what? What are we doing? This is already a thing. You goober? We've already done that. Huh? Okay. We've already done that. Okay, we're running on the release version. I set the crashes. We're going back to 1.16.1. We're changing the path to be the 1.16.1, and then the dot has to go. Apply settings. This changes, but I'm now sure that the hotkeys don't work. Oh wait, they do. Oh. Oh, because they were named the same way. So this is a coincidence. So I need to go over to craft mine now, because there the counters are named differently. This is my 1.21.5 instance, don't question. Apply. I think now the hotkeys actually don't work. Yeah, the hotkeys don't work because you need to hit apply another time. If you apply another time, now the hotkeys work. Okay. Change already implemented. And should specifically do the things. It should specifically do the reload in the settings function where the apply settings button is. Okay, but why was it crashing? Let's figure that out real quick. I go to my 6.4, not using stats per world for now. Oh wait, 1 dot. I saw some red. 4 my settings. And instead of removing the completed goals, yeah, you can toggle this. But now you're not crashing. Why are you not crashing? Let's go into the world? Because earlier we were crashing. I don't know why. Get a new world. Oh no, now you just. Just update normally. Yeah, this console spam down at the bottom, that's something we're gonna fix. Literally the next step. Yeah, the mining tracks from this world. It now also puts the time to strike as old, because it's new world again. Yeah, huh. I don't know why I crashed. Probably I need to open up. Could not read stats file to create snapshot. Oh yeah, because I was wrong. I was wrong. I open up this. This is a console for C executable stuff. And we're gonna go to exactly where this releasing is. I'm gonna change the file path to be exactly this slash Bensley. Yeah, now I've opened it up through the console. I get the same outputs. And we're gonna go into the world and hope that it crashes. The world. Maybe it has to do with this. Okay, you're just not crashing anymore, are you? Change the template. Back to like 16.1. Change the version. Apply. Changes. Lock the layout. Not the best position to lock the layout. Yeah. Okay. Really freed. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get the crash, so I'm gonna put this on the back burner. Fixed. I think this was maybe something. I don't know what it was. But if it happens, we'll be able to debug it. It's not gonna be the problem. Okay, guys, I'll go to the bathroom. I will be back in a second. There we go. I'm gonna switch over to like here-ish. The chat down there. Point is Okay. Template is loaded. Okay, cool. So we have. I'm gonna turn off my lights here. They are not needed anymore. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna look for the stat progress override. Stat progress override right here. There's a few times. Progress override. Okay, it should be right here. This item and object. Okay. All my code is very well documented. Why is this putting me there? What the hell? Okay, that was weird. Why is it deleting this way? Why are you so weird? What is going on? Open up again, please. Did I break it completely? What's going on? Yeah, now it's functioning properly. Okay. Was all this. So sync hotkeys to match counters in the new template serving the code settings. Yeah, it basically should save if the hotkeys you used. So like the first counter is gonna have the same hotkeys in every template, basically. So it's more user friendly. You don't have to always configure the hotkeys over and over again when you switch between templates, because you're most likely gonna use similar hotkeys if you have any counters. Goal count. We're gonna go through all the custom goals. Those are the ones that have the counters. And we're gonna say data, custom goal, nifty item, and item goal is greater than 0, or item goal is -1. This is very specific because counters that have a goal value of 0 are the like true false counters, basically, that you don't need hotkeys for. So they're not, yeah, it's a counter and not a toggle. JSON new hotkey object. The CJSON allows me to work with .json format a lot nicer. But yeah, the CJSON itself is a C library, so I'm like combining C and C++ code quite well here. And all of this started because of Oscar. Sim root name. Target goal. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's taking from the root name. Putting that here. Then we create an increment key, set it to none as like default. Decrement key, set it to none. And check if a binding for this counter existed in the old settings. Oh, it checks the exact values to serve it. I'm gonna string compare them yet. Is that what I want? I'd rather like to just explicitly, even though this logic is better, honestly. Reserving if the counter is named the same. No longer needed. Keeps the hotkeys if the counter is named the same. Otherwise, set to none. Even though I like it more, if it actually instead should just the counter hotkeys regardless of the counter name, but rather the first counter takes the hotkeys of the previously first counter from the previous template. Second counter then takes the hotkeys of the previously defined second counter. Obviously, the new template has less counters. Keys get lost, but that's fine. If the new template has more hotkeys, it should just put none for those. I think that makes more sense. I like that a lot more. It's a lot more predictable because then you just, it doesn't matter the naming, you just kind of keep the hotkeys. First position has the first hotkey, second position has the second hotkeys in terms of where it's placed. I think that's much better. So that's what we're gonna do now. Yeah. Map the old hotkey at index 0 to the new counter at index 0 and so on. I just revert this. Okay, yeah. We're going into here. So yeah, we're gonna do sync hotkeys based on their order in the list. Not by name. Keeps the hotkeys if on counter order. Oh, it's none. Yep. Good. We're gonna have this int counter index. This will track the order in the list. So custom go count. We're gonna iterate through all that and create a trackable item, which in this case is. Welcome back, Noah. I'm just fixing a small logic for the hotkeys you can use. And then I need to mention Africa, what? Mention hotkeys only work if tabbed in. Wait, I'm gonna change this right now, actually. Settings. So these are all the buttons. The console, we're gonna go for the hotkey settings. In this text, I wanna add this. Only work when tabbed to the tracker. This might be a little long. I'll do this. This basically makes it a new line. Yeah, that's good enough. You don't understand a single line here? I think you understand this. This writes a text. Let me show you. Oh wait, no, it's not gonna work now. Since I'm editing code. Yeah, well, this writes text. Then when that text is being hovered, it displays this text. Simple enough. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's insane. Wow, like it's not that difficult. Don't bother about what this stuff means. Okay, I need to go back. We were here. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to say that this programming language is easy to understand. Unfortunately, it is known to be one of the harder ones. And this project has certainly... Like, this is a pretty big project, so it's maybe a little tricky to really explain everything. I might make like a full stream where I actually go through all the functions, go through every functionality for those who are curious. I'll make that when like everything is more or less done. Then we're gonna create a new object and target is always the new counter from the current template. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's basically when you switch between like categories, basically, when you switch between speedrunning categories, it will save these hotkeys. Thank you for the song request. I'll turn it up a little bit. It will save the hotkeys depending on the position. So when you have like two counters in the previous category that you were playing, and again two counters in the new category that you're playing, it will just pass these hotkeys over. So you don't have to constantly reconfigure them. Obviously, if the new category that you're playing only has one hotkey, this will get erased. It will only keep O and L. Whatever, right? And if you have more counters in the second category that you're playing, it's just gonna continue this hotkeys list, but put none here. And so the user has to configure that. That's the main idea that we're working on. And it's gonna make it just a lot more user-friendly, and it just like, makes sense to work that way, in my opinion. And then we take this new hotkey object and look for the target goal, which is this right here. Target goal, and put the item root name into it. So basically we look for the target goal, we put, this is the name of the counter. We put that in there. This is the item root name. Put name of counter in, there we go. Yup. I'm gonna put that here. Okay. Then we create the actual increment and decrement keys. Set them to none. decrement key to none, like the default value for the hotkeys. Hotkey from the old settings at the same index. If cjson is array, old hotkeys array, and cjson hotkey item, JSON get array, hotkeys array, add counter index. Yep, that makes sense. And if old hotkey item, if that thing exists, like isn't none, if a binding exists at this index, preserve its keys. That's the main logic that I want to have. Old increment key equals cjson get object item, old hotkey item. Number one, gonna use, it's actually called increment key. This is this index here. Make sure to get that correct. Otherwise, other file reading stuff is gonna fail. Speedrunning 37 stacks of blast furnaces. I want to go even further than that. I'm not going to be satisfied with just 37 stacks. I think I've mentioned this once. Planning on doing a run that is a little more extensive, a little longer than that. Might even be slightly too insane, but no, even more than that. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be the first time that I'll ever like use duplication stuff in a speedrun, like TNT duping and stuff. No, think like the most insane that you can think of, yeah. How more? Think about, okay. Basically, you can fill up donkeys. They have 15 slots. And so my idea is to fit as many donkeys into pretty much a 1 block space. They are all filled with shulkers, filled with bundles, filled with blast furnaces. You might say bundles don't really make, like bundles also only take 1 stack, but with the bundles being in there, everything is like even more compressed if that makes sense. So we'll have like until we entity cram. It's like my inventory is full with shulkers, with bundles, with blast furnaces. And then I have like 20 something donkeys with shulkers, blast furnaces in bundles. Completely maxed out. Basically the maximum amount of blast furnaces that pretty much can be in a single block. That's the idea. I'm sorry, but I will go for that. I will do that. And it's going to be very epic, because, like, for anything I have planned, I will be able to use this tracker. So, yeah. This tracker will be part of every speedrunning category that I'll do. Because it's just, like, it supports everything. We just got to think about what it should track with specific runs, but it's all going to work. And then we're gonna put the new hotkey array. That's there. Plus a natural spawn brown panel for decoration. Oh my god. So here's the thing, right? This document is partially public. If you either do like PB, yeah, it tells you to do extract CTA. CTA is my complete them all project. This is also like how I name this series on YouTube, where I do all kinds of speedruns. Currently it's only the 1.21 all advancements run and the 1.20.6 all advancements run that are currently part of this, but there'll be more. And you can, yeah, you just click the first link and we'll get you to this page. There's quite a lot of lines that I've hidden because I don't want them to be revealed. But I have an all panda type speedrun already planned. That's like one thing I've revealed. Yeah. Here I'm slowly filling up stuff for different PBs, for different versions. But if I were to like show all the different categories, you can see what I want to do. But I'll slowly, yeah. No, this document I've been working on for probably like 1.5 years already. And you can see I've taken a lot of notes on advancement related stuff for like different versions. Yeah, I want to do all advancements on every single version, and I also want to do any percent on every single version. I'm not sure with what you mean on the last message. But yeah, I'm like ready to speedrun so many more stuff. So I'm so many more things. Obviously, I want to have my 1.21.8 all advancements completion on random seed, and then we'll go back to my set seed completion. Again, I only have the 409 in 1.21.3, and that run is not going on YouTube. So we're going for something else on 1.21.8. Yeah, in this document, I basically have everything listed that I want to do in terms of speedrunning that isn't the cheated inventory challenge. Everything else, every other Minecraft YouTube project is in this document right now. Besides complete the cheated inventory challenge. Yeah, I've actually played the run that kind of failed today. I've actually played it the same way as if chunk loading, or as if spawn chunks don't exist anymore. It's no big deal. You just have a bubble column with a pearl that loads one chunk, and you just cram everything into that chunk that you want to have loaded all the time. So I had the bees, I had the sniffers, I had the furnaces, all in that chunk, and so stuff was just running as if it was spawn chunks. So honestly, the change doesn't matter. The change is really doesn't matter. You just have to set up another bubble column in addition to the one used for how to get here. It's like no big deal at all. And it makes how to get here so much easier. So like in 1.20.1.8, you still have spawn chunks. Make that clear. Yeah, exactly. But it's no big deal. It's absolutely no big deal. And yeah, it makes how to get here easier because you don't have to think about spawn chunks anymore. It actually makes my entire tutorial easier because I don't have to explain spawn chunks. Wait, that's actually so hype. Because I had an entire... I can show this real quick as well. Advancement tutorials. This is a casual 51-page document. These are the scripts for all my tutorials. I've already scripted the 1.21.8 advancements at this point. And you can see under how to get here, I've actually explained spawn chunks. To know exactly what spawn chunks are, you can throw items through the end fountain or a compass or yeah, right? Like I've actually explained how spawn chunks work and where they are. How you can figure exactly out which one is spawn chunks and which one isn't. And this becomes redundant. Spawn chunks removed in 1.21.9. So I'll make the tutorial specifically for 1.21.9. Yeah, crazy. So I've been working on a lot of things. And every YouTube project is in here. You can see the different categories. Any percent single advancement. All advancements besides specific items. Oh, there's an E missing. All advancements, achievements, advancement challenges, blazing caves, and mod-related stuff. It's all color sorted, but slowly revealing them as we go. Because I don't want anyone stealing my ideas. Sorry about that. But yeah, the all panda speedrun is already a thing that I want to do. I'm looking forward to categories that are like less reset heavy. But after set seed, I'll go back to all advancements on the craft mine, April Fool's snapshot, and then we'll go to the panda thing. Then we'll do any percent on like every version. I'll be playing this game for a while. I'm freaking excited. We'll increase the counter index to the next counter. And lastly, we need to do CHAs and replace item object hotkeys. This is just perfect. Okay, that should fix the logic of going in between counters, like entirely. So it's important to note that I have the counters currently set as O and L. If I press those buttons, the counters will go up and down. Wait, what? Why does the count forever? Why does O and L not do anything? Apply. Wait, what? Oh, now the hotkeys are completely broken. What has happened? We're still in the release mode. I'm gonna go into debug. I'm gonna clear all this. See what happens. Something broke. Debug them. So this counter works. Oh, I can't go down. Why? The other counter doesn't work at all. Oh, it's like immediately breaks. What? As soon as the settings get loaded. So something is wrong with the writing into the file. That's something. Oh, I just made like a freaking typo, like crazy. Increment. Yeah, you goober. Increment. Dude, you stupid. Typos can be fatal. Luckily, this was easy to figure out. Okay, now it should definitely all work. Up and down, up and down, up and down. These also work now. If I switch over to my craft mine, where the counters are different, 1.5, apply. It's gonna change the name of that. Oh my god, this works perfectly. And yes, let's go. Let's go, let's go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yes, and we can count wherever we want to count to. You can technically go negative if that's something you desire. Go. You can go completely negative for whatever reason you need to, but it's always going to display as incomplete. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's go, and then going back to 116. The counters are going to work again. This is really, really important to make this tracker much more user-friendly. You apply it once. The counters update here. And they keep the same buttons Obviously, you can change it, so I'm going to change this to M. It's going to update to M here. And now M is the button to go down. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful! Nice. Okay. That works. How to keep it in kind of order, otherwise sets to none. Have more print statements to be conditional from first. That's something we haven't done yet. I'm first gonna commit the files. So now GitHub is updated. So you guys will already see my changes on the link that you have at the top of the chats. We're gonna change this. Oh, web design is so much easier. Oh my god, it's so much easier. Oh, I can assure you that. I mean, I've been practicing that because I found like a really good phone app, where I'm practicing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. JavaScript is a little more complicated. Still easier than this. HTML and CSS are free. They're really, really straightforward to understand. Like, just a lot of keywords you have to remember. But also those things you can look up, and you have AI stuff. So, JavaScript and CSS are so... HTML and CSS are so easy. JavaScript is a little more developed. No, web design is so much more chill. Don't worry. I can 100% assure you that. It's like easier to read. It's like the code is like so much more straightforward to read. It's like easier to also read code from others. Only the JavaScript. JavaScript is unfortunately a little more technical. JavaScript is slightly more like this, but still easier than this. Because like I still have to worry about memory management, right? I always have to like free stuff. I have to free stuff from memory, which is something you never have to do. So JavaScript is still much easier than this. But JavaScript still uses like the semicolons at the end. There's some similarities to see, but JavaScript is still different. And usually you define variables with like let. Just another thing here. But yeah. 4 + 2 = 42. Okay, that's string operations. It's when you have the 4 plus the 2, like this. Because this is technically text, not number. But you could convert it. If this was Python, you can convert it to an int, like this. Okay, whatever. Alright, I'll make sure to refund. Thank you. Okay, that works. Now I wanna make all of these print statements here more conditional. Path utils tracker. Path utils tracker. Okay. Get these. Yeah, basically loaded. I'm just gonna paste this all. Is that the next thing I want to do? Yes. Basically, when you run the tracker, it should also do this printing down here only if this setting is on. Okay. To make all the console output conditional with the debug print setting. Prints Okay, beautiful. Yeah, this is amazing. I wasn't sure if this was a song already, but I'm vibing. The song has already been playing for 2 minutes. It's sick, yeah. But yeah, I'm super happy that the tracker now supports not GIF files. So basically, if I were to like go in the template, change the template to, I don't know, I'll change one of the bigger advancements. Lux to be conduit unoptimized.gif. It's a very specific file. Then you can see, yeah, it's animated. It's perfectly animated. It needs to be unoptimized.gif files, not just in the name, but like the GIF file needs to be unoptimized for every frame to be there fully, and not just the pixel changes. That's what would happen in optimized.gif files. I learned so much yesterday, because that's literally what I spent the entire day on yesterday, figuring out how to get these rendering properly. But this is really cool. This is really cool that you can have stuff animated. Actually looks usable. Have you looked into HTML, or what are you referring to? Or are you now talking about the tracker? Because yes, the tracker is very usable, and you should never have to worry about the... Yeah. You should never have to go into like any of the text files, ever. This is all background stuff. No, this is as user-friendly as it can be. You just click and drag and drop, and... Okay, there's no drag and drop, but you can drag this around. No, it's very straightforward. It's very straightforward. It should very be explained. Like, you hover over stuff, it explains it. Certain things. Even the reset to default, it says what it resets to. It makes sense. It all makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Okay, that works. I just wanted to show that. So it supports .png and .gif files. So if you want to get your own textures from like a modded playthrough, you'll have to download them and put them into the icons folder. Then you can use them here. But as long as it's .png or .gif files, .gif need to be unoptimized. But I'll add more instructions when we get there. Like, the tracker will tell you exactly what you need to pay attention to. GIF files need to be unoptimized, otherwise they will fail to render properly. Okay, now we'll have a little bit more to do, since I want to make sure that all this printing, all this text down here, only happens when the print debug status setting is enabled. So when you enable this setting and apply, you can see, yeah, now it goes completely rampant because it's constantly updating. But you can see it prints the progress that you see on the tracker visually. It prints everything in text here as well. This is how I initially started creating the tracker, obviously, right? But this printing is quite a lot and really drags down performance of this thing. So I only want the printing to happen when it's actually turned off here. And this is like, this is constantly reloading. It's constantly reloading. This is just annoying. You can send the clips now. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna end immediately. We'll work on this a bit. Yeah, well, we'll probably stream for like half an hour. We'll see. Depends on the progress. Okay, added more statements to be... So yeah, basically all of this should not print when that setting is turned off that I just showed. So we're first going to go into path utils because this has a lot of print statements that I want to get rid of. Oh, right. There's a lot to remove this once possible. Yes, this is definitely possible to be removed. This can all go. So yeah, this is the only part where like things are really different for Mac and Linux. It's like the default path, where it looks for the default path for Minecraft. The only thing. Alright. I initially always mute the tabs first. Why does it automatically start playing? That's like the worst feature. Why does it automatically start playing the clip? Like I miss half of it at the beginning. Okay, let's unmute.
Vrata se razbiju I taman ga hitaš nejdom I njemu onak...
Nice!
I njemu digla, onak se digne u zrak, kužiš kako se ga nejdom direkt pogodio. I 5 metaka pogodi točno meni iznad glave.
Sorry, bro.
Mi isprajan kako budalo.
That was clean, dude. But honestly, you made those enemies look like total noobs. But this is probably ranked. I don't know how CS handles that. Oh my god. Clean. Oh, nicely spotted. Good map knowledge, to be honest. Very good map knowledge. Wait, let's unmute this. Oh, I've not seen Valorant in years. Wow. Okay, yeah, your flicks have definitely gotten better. Damn, I swear to God, I've seen Ascendant players, yeah, have worse aim than this. I swear to God. Oh, I love the Ghost. Still my favorite pistol, I swear. It's so good. I don't even remember what freaking skins I have. The function signature to accept the settings object. I always need to do that everywhere. Construct app settings. Settings. Then we'll go into tracker. Tracker. Yup, this file is by far the biggest. We're approaching like 4,000 lines. Settings. Yeah, we're gonna add the app settings here as well. That makes sense. This is just what we need to conditionally load it. We can remove this. This can go... no, it still needs to be the memory address. Why are you complaining? No, it's just like this. Convert const? Oh, I just don't want it to be const. Okay. Okay, I always need to make sure to update it here as well. App settings. And then we'll go back to path utils, time player data files. After use stats per world. And here we'll, yeah. We're gonna do const struct for debug prints. Okay, this needs to now be updated for every operating system. So right here, I have to use stats per world. Yeah. That's already it, right? Like it's only, yeah, Linux and Mac are the same here. Okay. Good. Oh, what? Why are you guys not seeing anything? How did this happen? Oops. Yes, you are supposed to see something. Thank you. Oopsie. Implement the change path utility functions. Okay, I've done that. So again, this function, this uses the default Minecraft path, or looks for the default Minecraft path, or the path that is being configured. Just like actually reads the stats files and advancement files. Yeah, now the easy part. Now it's actually just the easy part. Any of these prints that are not errors. So this, for example, anything that doesn't have the stdr, or anything that isn't the fprintf, only the printf. We're now gonna wrap this. Basically, we're gonna make this code only execute if we have the settings object, and so like both needs to be true, and the print debug status. Hello, why did you autocomplete this? Print debug status. What are you complaining? This is incomplete. If this is on. Oh, that's wrong. Here you go. Yep, app settings is incomplete. Oh. No struct here. No struct here. Okay, whatever. What are you complaining? Settings. Makes no sense. Shouldn't be so hard. My laptop can push. Oh my god, that's so lovely. Yes. Why does it not work? Hello? Maybe we just don't want to have this const at all. App settings incomplete. Const struct. Oh, because it doesn't have the definition. But the data structure is included here. Huh? because I need to change it here. Now I have the struct. What if we do this? Why is that so stupid? This garbage makes no sense. This garbage makes no sense. No, go for the 560. Go for the 560 Ti. There's more to profit from the newest gen, definitely. It's like similar pricing. Make it make sense. Construct. And then we just do const here. It still complains though. Const. Why the frick, dude? Do I really need to import data structures.h here? Include data structures.h. Does not fix it. So I'm rather gonna not do that. Settings. Brother. Make it make sense. Okay, I'm still gonna continue. Check that in a second. I'm gonna go here. And say if settings and the debug status. And we're gonna wrap this in the if statement. Yeah, same thing. For like all of the printf stuff. Boom. Right here. And same thing here. Unfortunately, here I don't have the coloring, so this is like really annoying to work with. Printf, printf, if this, boom, boom. Dude, 144 4K. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. 240 hertz 1080p. 1080p, I couldn't work with that. That's too low a resolution, but 240 is still crazy. Holy. Alright, we're gonna loop this. We want to make this print statement be conditional. That should already be it, honestly. If boom. If boom. Good. Printf, 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 printf. Good, that's all updated. But it's still complaints for the settings. I don't understand that. We'll see what the issue is. We'll see what the error message will say. I don't understand it yet. Okay, that's good that this file is done so far. Just need to make sure that, because whatever issue we have here, I have to fix down there as well. I'm just gonna think about both. Okay, we're going back to the tracker. It's the main workplace. Obviously, this function definition is complaining because settings needed to be added here. Settings. Construct app settings. Settings. Oh, okay. And obviously, you can already wrap. Because all this printing doesn't matter anymore because it's visually on the tracker. It's really only for debugging purposes. You somehow need that in text to copy. Anything critical we're not gonna loop or like put into that. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this as well. Settings, print, debug status. Why did you autocomplete that? Only confusing me. Okay. Tracker reinit. Reinit template. We're gonna loop this into if the settings print debug status that is checked, then this print should happen. Then same thing. I can load and parse data. There's now the settings. This is also complaining. What do you want? I want to have the full definition again. Okay, that's what you want? The hell? Sure. Record load and parse data. Okay. If things print debug status. We're The good thing is we'll very easily see where we forgot to include this condition. Because ultimately this should be more or less empty down here. Gonna help performance a lot. At least during debugging. When you run the tracker itself, it's gonna be a lot smoother and a lot more quick anyways. A lot more performant. Okay, the tracker freed, I'm gonna leave. This I need to fix. Still gonna complain. Why, brother? What has happened? I'm gonna leave this out. Intentionally to see. I don't like this. Whatever. Why do I need to do that? No, this can't be the fix. That doesn't make sense. I don't like that. Main. I go here. This is screaming at me. We're gonna go right after legacy. We're in settings. This works. Why do we have a print statement here? Oh yeah, okay. If app settings dot print debug status. Since the app settings is like local in here, you access it with a dot. Okay. Print F there. Print F there. Print F there. Oh, I have double the same condition. Okay. That's not gonna do much. Print F. Boom. That is F print F, F print F, F print F. Beautiful. I want to know why this error happens now. It's gonna complain. Invalid conversion. Why the hell? Do I just want to like put this in front? That's my question. I mean, this works, but it looks ugly. It's ugly. Ah, okay. I'll remove this for now. And basically in because we have path utils h here, and in here I want to have the struct app settings forward declared. Path utils. We include settings. That fixes it. Okay, that's good. That fixes it. That fixes it. That's done. Like, yeah, setting this to const. Okay. Are we serious? I don't think I need to do that. Oh, here I need to change it, yeah. This is error. Oh, the error is just gone. No, it's not. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna go through. Do we have printf statements? Oh, it's gonna give me all the fprintf as well. The space in front of that. No, we're just gonna see what's gonna print actually. Oh, brother. Oh my god, you're 94k. Would that put you in first place if you win this? Oh no. Cooldown, 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 cooldown. Oh my god. Ah! I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I know I need to like clear some bots from the leaderboard, but sorry, I can't be bothered. Next time fine. Actually. All of these people I don't know anymore, but Yikes. For another day, I guess. You tried. GG's. GG's. Big GG's. Oh, brother. The other error. Wait, did I just do that? I just did. What? Hello? What is this? Undefined reference to track because I've imported. Oh, now I have like a weird looping situation. I need to remove this, I think. But now I get more issues. Because now I have a weird import situation. Path utils won't know. Why is it not enough to have the header? Like, it's here, brother. Do you need this again? Do anything. I have to include the structure set H before it. Oh, but then I would want to do that in here. Get that. Oh, I don't like doing this. That before it? No. Oh, we have like a weird circular thing, because in settings utils, I already have the data structures. Wait, so, and I have the path utils. This is the main issue. Having path utils. So I go into settings utils, and it leads me back to path utils. This is really an issue. I wonder how perfectionist you would be building character. Oh my god, way too much. Probably should never start doing that. I'm trade banned on Steam, can't actually gamble, so this is as close as it gets. What have you done? What if I exclude this now? Because it's in here. Frick. This is bad. Oh, I see. Now trade ban until first. Oh, it's not even permanent. Okay, I see. With adding the settings utils.h header to path utils.h have regular imports. This is the issue. Oh, this is real bad. This could be really hard to fix, actually. That's like a grind. Oh, wow. Yeah, for sure. Like, if it's something I'd enjoy, I'd go far to get somewhere, that's for sure. I get very attached to things that I really, really enjoy, and then I crank them out. Okay, if we're in path utils, we're not gonna have settings utils. Oh, for sure. For sure, for sure. I would see myself doing that. Okay, what do you want now? Okay. Why you shift it over? Put that back. Oh, and we just put the settings utils here. Wait, that would be very easy of a fix, actually. Uh-huh. Undefined reference to tracker load and parse data. From here, this function isn't... What? The heck? How does that make sense? The function is in the same file. Oh, I've heard about withering waves, but I have no idea what it's about. What is this about? Oh, this is stupid. It's because of the oh my god. Like, the last couple of days working this tracker has been such a roller coaster because everything just takes longer than it should. It's so easy. Like, I wanted to start visualizing today, but I'm like nowhere. That's done. I'll get that out of the way. Like, here's the animate overlay, but I've not gotten to it. We're still here. We're still fixing this, man. And right here, I want to have the release. Oh my god. And Chloe and Ethan are two people that want to have the tracker as early as possible. Damn. Oh, it's the mismatch thing. Const app settings. Const app settings. Oh. Oh, I'm looking at reinit paths. Wait, yeah, tracker load and pasta. Okay, okay, okay. It's actually not that bad. Here, I remove the const. Because in the definition, yeah, we have the const here. But now you're complaining. And this is something I don't understand. Or I remove the const out of both. That fixes it, right? No, now I get 2 new errors. Brother. Life is hard. Okay, but what does it say now? Okay, we'll just convert it, goddammit. That's what it needs to be. Is that it? Finally. Stupid garbage. Okay, what did we fix now? We fixed no printing! Yes! Oh, wait. What is still printing? Settings utils and tracker. Settings utils and tracker has a few things. Okay, that's not much anymore. Settings utils. Have I even messed with those? Not at all. These are some printf statements here. If settings print debug status, and we put that in here. That's that. Yo, welcome back, Yumeko. I'm basically cleaning up all the debug printing and making it all one setting. Okay, we've been tracker. These I'll just remove actually. Tracker. Oh yeah, shared sub. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna copy this because the print statement needs to look the exact same. Where is it? Right here. And I have. I don't have the settings struct available here. Const. App settings. And wait, this is static, so okay, that's fine. You're complaining. Oh, that's fine, yeah. If settings print debug status. I'll wrap the print statement in this. Wait, is Minecraft Legends still a thing? I thought they completely shut down the game. Is it still playable? I guess it's just not continuing it any further development, yeah. Okay, we had tracker. I also don't have the settings struct available here. Const app settings. And then I need to do if settings. How do you get to verbose? How does that make sense? Brother, figure it out. And now we have the issues down here. Settings. Settings. That should fix it. And here. Settings. That should be about it. Dun, dun, bam, bam, bam. Okay, what do we get as print? We get any print? What's happening? Fly. Yeah, we get... It's literally just the completed steps. That's crazy. Yo, then the console is clean and the tracker freed. Tracker and overlay freed. Oh yeah, overlay has a few things. Wait, overlay has a few things, I think. What does the overlay have? We enable the overlay. I think this will have a few things. Okay, it's just tracker freed and overlay freed. Okay, that's good. Oh, init SDL has something. Okay, that's show. Nice, we're cleaning this up. That's insane. That's very kind of him. That's very kind of him. Damn, I imagine that being a lot of fun. Let me just copy this. Where? This must be in the progress function. We don't have the settings in here. The static, so it makes it really easy. Const. App settings. Then we do if settings print debug status, this thing, and we wrap that in here. Boom. Init STL stuff. Oh yeah, here I have the settings, of course. That's really nice. That makes it real easy. This. If settings print debug status. Wrap this. This is an error message. If things print debug status. Beautiful. And here. Error. If debug status. Boom. Error. If debug status. I should probably just copy this again. Boom. And right here. Beautiful. What else? An overlay itself. There's not much. Fprintf, fprintf. Oh, when the space key is pressed, I have the overlay speed up. Oh, I forgot about that so much. Well, it won't matter right now, but it's interesting. We'll definitely make that a thing. Even though you probably, yeah, well, spacebar is fine for that. Wait, but I'd probably wrap this into a setting. Wait. Instead of spacebar, speeding it up. Add a button. We like buttons. Noah, thank you so much for being here. Yep, I'm not gonna stream for too much longer. Thank you. I will be live again on Friday. Yeah, Friday we'll have Tomb Raider No Man's Sky. Saturday, new 1.21.8 RSG session. Very confident that until then, I'll have my tracker ready. We'll be playing with my tracker. And yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Have a good one. Yeah, I initially made this file, all these button things. These don't matter anymore because these are all handled. Handled by ImGUI. These are all handled. I don't really need this old code, but I'll keep it for now. Yeah, the overlay speed up factor. Yeah, it doesn't really matter anymore. The overlay freed? No, actually, I don't have the settings in here. Const app settings. Const app settings. And then we can do if settings print debug status. Boom. And then we should really have nothing to the console pretty much. Okay, beautiful. Alright, this all needs to be changed. Settings. Settings. Okay, what else? Settings. Oh, here it's called app settings. Because we're in main dot print debug status. And it needs to be memory address. No? What? Ooh? Oh, we just pass. Oh, we just passed the app settings. I'm stupid. What else? What else? What else? Really free. We have the app settings available. With overall progress, we added the. Do I just put the settings? Just put normal, yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Enable the overlay, apply. Nothing should really print to the console. Oh, tracker free, it still prints. That's fine. That one can stay. Even though it bothers me. No, it'd be very easy to change. If... Oh, tracker doesn't have that yet? On step settings. On step settings. And... No, it's fine. You still have the app settings. 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 Beautiful. Finish with execute 0. Everything is wrapped into it. Quickly looking through it, if I'm missing any print statement. This is like an error message. I'm not doing that. Const app settings. If debug status. Boom. It's all wrapped into it. Like there's this massive debug status which ends here. And we wrap this as well. Okay, beautiful. And otherwise I didn't really use too many print statements anywhere. Of course we don't have the settings available here. There's quite a lot of parameters already. Settings. If print debug status. If this goes here, if this, oh, we don't have it here. On step settings. This, close. If this, and there, we gotta add this here as well. Const app settings. Const app settings. This here. Okay. That's wrapped. think from then on, I got everything. Beautiful file. Settings. 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 And one more on here. Settings. That should be it. Last thing I'm gonna do today is gonna be in here where we have the no, only printf are excluded. Okay, that should be about it. Oh, there's more. Settings. What else? Oh, that was it. Beautiful. When we enable this, stuff is gonna go ham. Disable, and it's quiet. Let's go. Int if statements are affected. No if print if error prints. It's beautiful. Okay. And we're committing. Beautiful. And we're already at .8.24. Always changing. Oh, I even had the wrong version here. Okay. Cool. I'll work on other stuff, but I'll call it here. Thanks so much, guys, for being in the stream. I'll see you all again on Friday. Thank you so much, and see you then. Bye-bye!